So a quick one, who's your biggest inspiration?
It's probably a bit cheesy, but I would say my mum. I feel like she's just been an incredible role model to me. To know that she had me in 1990 in November, and then to come back to the World Championships and become a world champion in 91, it still just blows my mind that someone could have a baby and return to the sport better than ever before. And I think certainly in this day and age, with so much negativity around the sport, with drug cheats, things like that, it's nice to know that I have someone there as a role model to look up to that I know got to the top of her sport by hard work and doing it clean, and for me that's the best inspiration you can ask for.
Fantastic. So you've obviously been to some fantastic places, training camps, competing in World Champs and Olympics. Where's been some of the most favourite places that you've ran?
Training wise, it would be St Moritz. I absolutely love it. It's probably the most expensive place on earth, so the place I stay is like no bigger than really from like this wall to this wall, but it's just such a beautiful location. The trails are perfectly manicured, flat. The weather's always really nice in the summer. Like, it's just a really cool place to train with beautiful mountains, lakes, fresh air. Yeah, I'd say that's by far my favourite location.
Perfect. Miles or kilometres?
Miles, yeah.
What was the last experience that you had that made you a stronger runner because of it?
I'd say probably injuries. I think I've had 2 serious injuries throughout my career, 2 surgeries. So I broke my ankle in 2015. I got 7 screws and a metal plate in there, and I'd say that was probably the hardest thing I've gone through, to come back from scratch to then try and build up to the Olympic Games in such a short time frame. But in a way it was almost like a blessing in disguise, because I feel like it's just made me such a stronger athlete, both physically and mentally, than I ever was before.
If you could run with any athlete, past or present, who would it be?
Oof. I would actually say Greta Weitz. She was a very prolific Norwegian athlete back in the day, very inspirational runner. She won the New York Marathon numerous times. She was also like a very close friend to my mum, and actually coached my mum for a little bit as well. So I grew up knowing Greta but having no idea of her accomplishments, because she just wasn't that type of person to like flaunt about it or to even speak about it. And it really was only after she passed that I realised just what an incredible athlete she was. And so yeah, I'd love to have gone for a run with Greta. She would be one of my top people to run with.
So one of the burning questions we've got is, who is the better training partner, Cooper or Michael?
Cooper is absolutely useless. I don't know if it's just beagles, hounds, I don't know what it is, but he literally can't run or even walk more than like half a metre without stopping and sniffing. Michael's not much better because he's constantly injured, so he can do maybe half or a quarter of my session before his calf and Achilles snaps. So yeah, it's a tough question. I'd say right now, who's probably in the better shape? Probably the dog right now. Michael's seriously injured. But he's coming back again, so yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one between them. I prefer to run with Michael, that's for sure.
And then quick one, it's a big year, Tokyo 2020.
Yeah.
What are the aims?
Obviously I'd love to be at the championships. Making the Olympic Games is still really special. I've been to 2, but to make 3 would be really important to me. I'm not someone that makes big sort of claims or wants to go in winning medals or anything like that. Like, literally for me, if I could go there and run a PB, and if I run a PB and I break into the top 5 in the world, I'd be over the moon. But equally, if I run a PB and I come in the top 10, top 15, then that's all I can ask for. And I've really just set my sights on trying to improve and get faster every single year. And to make the team is obviously the main goal, but I've set myself sort of time targets this year of sub 31 minutes for 10k is a huge goal. I'd love to break that, and to beat my mum's time as well. 30:57 is something I've got on my sights for a little while. So yeah, the Olympics is obviously the main factor, and times are secondary to that.
Perfect.